Yeah.
Hey there.
What's good with you?
Happy Thursday.
Well, you know, every day happy for me, man. Every day happy.
The first thing I wanted to do was tell you thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and speak with us. Yeah. I really, really, really appreciate it. I know you guys are all very busy, so like I said, I really appreciate it. So yeah. I'm pretty sure you know the routine, but I'll just go ahead and say it. So first I'll start off with asking one of my questions, okay, and then I'll get into asking the fans or your followers questions. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So how did you start off with photography, and how long have you been doing it, and what made you want to be into or get into car photography?
How did I start off with photography? To be honest with you, I can't tell you no lie. Like I was working at Walmart, and or matter of fact, let me go back. I was working at a company called AVX making computer chips, and doing some engineering work and stuff for them because I had just gotten out of school from ITT for electronics and whatnot. So I did 10 years over there, and after my 10 years over there, with me being the youngest person on the floor, I think I was only about 22. You know, they got rid of the of course, you know, South Carolina got rid of the unions and all this other good stuff. So that was space for some of the older people or some of the people that was grandfathered in to kind of, you know, put somebody young like me out the way. You know, of course, making great money. From there, you know, it was hard for me because I was going on my second child at the time, so I had to find an alternate route on, you know, making money or whatnot. So I've always been into cars as far as little small mechanics and stuff like that. I grew up, my dad used to race cars, so my uncles and everything, Bill Motors, all that type stuff. Getting back to your question as far as the photography thing, man, I was working at Walmart, and believe it or not, man, a lot of people don't like to tell their struggles, but man, I was working at Walmart with, you know what I'm saying, degrees on top of degrees. You feel me? Like Dean's list, president list, and it just hit me one day, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching these people get laid off, and so a manager I was real cool with, and I just kind of went to the manager and was like, "Look, if y'all plan on laying me off, just let me know." But you know, it was a feeling that I got, and I knew the good Lord was talking to me that day. So I gave my wife a call and told her, you know, don't go too far. And around the time, you know, that manager, she broke down and started crying. But we went to the office, and she spoke with some people inside the office, and my name was on the list for layoff. So with that being said, like, you know, I was hurt, but I wasn't hurt because the good Lord had already had me prepared for that. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I just kind of took that cut. Cameras. I had already went to school for a little bit of small photography on my free time, just photography and stuff, the Photoshop, all that type stuff. That was something I was self-taught. Like, nobody showed me how to shoot music videos. Nobody showed me how to run these programs, stuff like that. So just being real, like, you know what I'm saying? And I keep a G with you, like, you know, my homeboy slash brother, CC, you know what I'm saying? I felt like he kind of knew what I was going through at the time. So we took a trip for my birthday because it was crazy. I got laid off around my birthday. And I was like, man, I'm just going to take my cameras. Well, we went down to Florida, and of course, that's when the big race kind of kicked off with the Two Fly and DM thing. And at that time, with me capturing the footage that I did capture with just, you know, a little 720 camera and the quality that I got from it. And then nobody was really like on top of things like with drones and stuff. And this guy had a drone, and I was like, yo, you got a drone? And he was like, yeah, man, I just got it. I was like, man, put it up in the air. He was like, man, I don't know how to fly it. I was like, yo, if I fly it and I broke it, then I'll pay for it. So he took a chance, man. You know what I'm saying? We sat there and we was trying to get everything ready because, you know, when it's time to race, it's time to race. But anyway, we put the drone footage in the air, or put the drone in the air. We got the drone footage, and I got back to the house, man, and I dumped the camera and everything, and he actually sold me the card that he had inside his drone. So he was like, man, you from down here? I was like, nah, you know, we was in the bottom. He's like, man, how'd you learn how to fly drones? I was like, man, if I tell you this is my first time flying, like, you won't believe me. So he was looking at me and laughing at, you know, like, what in the world? Like, I just let the dude fly my drone the first time, blah, 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 blah. But I got to the house, man, and I started dumping the footage on my laptop or whatnot. And I was just looking at it, and I was like, man, for me, it was my first time actually seeing so many dunks or cars, period. And with the people lined up beside the road, I was like, man, this right here is like mad crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think the world like ready for this right here. So just being honest with you, when I dropped that drone footage and nobody really knew what a drone was, and they saw that footage from that perspective, if I'm not mistaken, the guy's name was 420 something. We linked up on Instagram. That was Instagram was kind of, you know, watered down. You can only get like 10 seconds or something like that. But long story short, when I dropped that drone footage, man, I didn't expect for it to take off like it did. But I dropped the drone footage, and once I saw that the drone footage took off like it did, I didn't hesitate. Like, I started editing like right away. Nobody knew what I was doing, and at the time, like, I did my research, and a lot of the bigger programs that was being used, I really couldn't afford at the time because of what I was going through. So, like always, if you mess with a computer, you're going to find out how to get something. And, you know, me going to school for electronics, all that type stuff, I just kind of figured out, well, you know, I'm going to get what I could work with. So I found this program called Movie Studio. And I just started using that. But that's what actually drove me to getting into the editing and everything. And my first edit wasn't my best edit, but, you know, I guess to everybody else who wasn't there and everybody else who was there, that moment that I captured was, you know, a moment that stood out in everybody's mind. So it kind of took me someplace. And, you know, from that point right there, you know what I'm saying, I just kept the camera in my hand.
And what year was that?
That was actually like 2015.
Okay.
2015.
So, you know, I tell people all the time, when you realize or recognize your calling, it doesn't even matter about you having a job. It doesn't even matter about you worrying about what's going to happen next. It's something you know inside of you. And that kind of sounds like what your story was. You were like, I wasn't up. You know, of course you were thinking about in the immediate, what am I going to do for money? Yeah. But it ended up to you not even having to worry about having a job at this point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I was basically, you know what I'm saying, just what we call in the camera world freelancing. I was using that, and at the time I didn't even know it was called freelancing, but that's exactly what I was doing. I was actually freelancing. My YouTube channel at the time, you know what I'm saying? I got up a couple of subscribers, and, you know, once I reached a certain number of subscribers at the time, like, YouTube was just hitting around that time, like, we'll pay you. And I'm like, what? So when I saw my first YouTube check, I ain't even gonna lie, like, you know, when I saw my first YouTube check, I'll be honest with you, KP, my first YouTube check was like $294.
Wow.
I got a YouTube. I'm like, what they paying me for? So now I'm trying to find out what, you know what I'm saying? Because I had already gotten the email, connected the bank account or the card or whatnot. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't connect the bank account. I got me a little Walmart card. And I used Walmart card because, you know, I'm thinking they trying to get me. But yeah, it was like $294. when I got on the game about that, I was like, wow. But as far as the car art, the car art just kind of grew on me with me being around, because I was really more around for music at the time, shooting music videos. You know, wherever we went, I was trying to gain clientele or whatnot, and also help some of my partners and friends out. You know what I'm saying? Just doing work out of loyalty for them. But you know, for the most part, like, you know, with the car art, like, it just kind of, like I say, it just kind of grew on me when you see these people and you start hearing their stories about what it took for them to put these cars and stuff together. Like, you be like, wow, you know. And then when you go to it and you see it with your own eyes, you know, and then these guys actually turned everything into pretty cars going fast. It was crazy.
So first question is, how is the vibe working with Stitch by Slick and the team compared to other teams that you work with?
Oh man, I can't even lie to you. Like, at first, me being honest with you, it's just like starting a new job. You're nervous. You got butterflies. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you gotta, you never know what you stepping into, and don't let nobody lie to you. Like, you could be great, and if you don't catch butterflies, then you just ain't got that feeling. You feel what I'm saying? Even the greats catch butterflies, and yeah, it was like starting a new job. And I joked about it the other day at the shop with them after our little morning meeting. I came in and he gave me a shirt or whatnot, and I looked and I was like, oh, let me put my shirt on, man. So I put my shirt on and everything, and he was like, so who you supposed to be? I said, oh. I said, man, I'm gonna tell you. I say, sometimes you can't be number one. I said, so I'm gonna let you be LeBron. I said, my boy Stitcho Poncho, he gonna be, you know what I'm saying, AD. I said, I guess I'm gonna be Danny Green, the shooter. You know what I'm saying, dead shot. So, you know what I'm saying, just a little bit of humor in the morning time, making somebody smile, man. Just being on a positive vibe, like, you know, it's cool. You know, minimal people in the shop. It's like me, Stitch, Poncho. I can't forget my boy C10. He on the road all the time, but you know, he part of the team. My boy Roundhead. It's a good little few people that's actually part of the team that a lot of people haven't actually seen on camera. But one thing about working with them is nobody is really when the camera cuts on, it's work. So like, we could go a whole hour and a half with Stitch and Poncho talking, and I ain't saying nothing behind the camera because I'm videoing and just kind of catching everything in a reality standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, everything can't be documented because we did everything documented. Like, man, we just be making a movie or a documentary, but for the most part, we got a very strategic way on how we actually filmed everything out. You know, I do have a bad habit of overshooting, so of course I did that. But the vibe there, man, I ain't gonna lie. Like, when I walk in the door, I'm usually the one as soon as I bust in, because I got a 3-hour drive to work. I bust in and I'm wide awake. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo. So everybody know I'm in the building. Then you got my boy Stitcho Poncho. He always in there. He in the back, whippity-wee, whippity-wee. You know, minimum English, but you can feel it vibe from the front door as soon as you walk in. And you got Stitch. You know what I'm saying? He's straight up. He ready to get to it. He keep the camera in his hand. You know what I'm saying? I joked about him the other day. He was sitting there with the camera. I was like, man, I said, what you doing? You got me here and you still got your own production going on? Yeah.
Trying to take my job.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would drop that video, Stitch, and show them how you had your own production going on in the back room, but I'm gonna finish the interview out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's a great vibe. And as far as the past teams that I worked with, it was a great vibe with every team that I ever worked with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just me speaking on behalf of In and Out. I feel like, I mean, I'm going to say this and I'll probably get dragged for it, but In and Out always gonna be, in my book, number one. You feel what I'm saying? Because what we brought to the table, we brought a lot of fire to the table. You know what I'm saying? Everybody pulled up. Everybody had a job. When we pulled up, jumping out of the vans, the 18-wheeler, everybody knew what they had to do. You know, at the end of the day, you know, everybody was tired, worn out. I mean, it was trips that we took turns driving in the beginning because we didn't have some of the vehicles that we did. I'm talking about stacking on top of each other inside vehicles to get to where we had to go. But I mean, it was a whole lot of love over there. You know what I'm saying? And as any business starts to grow, you know, you have to actually grow with it. And you know, in my process of growing with the business, you know what I'm saying, the business getting bigger and everything else, you know, I started to see my character growing as of, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Everything or Mr. Uncut. And I noticed where people actually love the fact that I would cater to them and show them the finish line footage, or, you know what I'm saying, whether somebody red light or the arguments, you know what I'm saying. But I wouldn't stir in what they call stink, as the old people say. You know what I'm saying? Right. If it was something that was about some drama, I didn't want any part of it because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm 110 for my team, you know what I'm saying, loyal, regardless of what it is, you know what I'm saying. I don't have any enemies. I love, you know what I'm saying, all the teams that's out there. I support all the teams that's out there. At the end of the day, when they do these shows and stuff, I just want people to come out there, man, with their cars, run their cars, go home safe, man, you know. And so, I mean, it's a whole lot of love with everybody that I've worked with.
Okay. Next question. What software do you use for editing? Any tips for up-and-coming videographers?
Oh, man. Let me tell you something, man. If I break down and I tell y'all the softwares that I use, y'all will be like, what? I ain't even going to lie to you, KP. On the softwares I use, and, you know, a lot of people might say, nah, but I use just about every software out there.
Really?
DaVinci Resolve, Vegas Pro, Premiere, anything Adobe, I'm using it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would use your old the movie studio. I use your Windows Movie Maker if it's got something I need in it to get what I need. But I came a long way from all that, so it's like I know how to use all the programs. Now, if you're asking which one I use the most, I dare to be different. So I use Vegas Pro, which is owned by Sony. So with me using Vegas Pro, I just kind of put myself out there in my own little corner, because you get a lot of people always screaming Adobe Premiere. And, you know, to the up-and-coming people, any advice that I can give to them, like, you need good software, but get something that you comfortable with. Get something that you know your way around in. And once you learn that program and you comfortable with it, you go be at your best with it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just how it is. But another tip is the magic starts inside the camera. You know what I'm saying? But it actually starts in you. But as long as you got your settings and everything inside your camera right, you know what I'm saying, you gonna make it happen. Because a lot of the stuff that we do as far as with the car art and I can't really count music videos because you could do redos, weddings, all this other stuff. You can't ask these people when they getting married to go back to the door and start over. You can't ask somebody to go back to the starting line because you didn't get the red light. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be prepared by all means. Anytime you holding the camera, and me as a Mr. Uncut, like I can't even explain it myself. Like, I found myself sometimes to where I have to ask myself, how in the world you get all these angles? But, you know, with me, I just make sure, you know what I'm saying, I stay in shape for the most part of it. When it's time for me to run down the track, I'm down the track to get that shot midway. You know what I'm saying? When it's time for me to put that drone in the air, if it's a drone vibe, I'm going to get that shot with that drone. You feel what I'm saying? And last but not least, when it comes to the camera and me as of being Mr. Uncut, you know I'm in your face. So I'm in the mix, man. I'm in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't be looking for trouble, but I be in the mix because I want the people at home to feel like they right there in the middle of the action.
Right.
You know?
So some of the questions that I asked you guys, I know, like I said, I know you know the routine, but I have to let you know. Some of the questions that I asked you guys, I already know the answer to those. Mm-hmm. But for the people watching, we want them to know the answer. So, do you have any plans to build a big rim car? And if you do, will you race it?
Oh man, that's a good one. I don't feel like I'm letting the cat out of the bag with this one right here. I've had a car for a long time, and it's an 81 box Chevy. The work that was done on the car, I did everything from the ground up the first time around. 383 motor that I built in it. It has 23-inch rims on it right now. When I first built the car, I'd say no lie, like turned tires first day. So I'm talking about paint job, everything. Do I have plans to build another one? That same 81, my dad gave me that 81, so that 81 ain't going no place. Like I'm building that to get my son. If you follow me on YouTube, you see videos where I've taken him to the shop and I walk back in the shop and he in there cleaning out boats and putting the boats back with the main caps. And I'm looking like, how in the world? And I'm like, how you? So he showing me on his phone like YouTube. So I'm like, oh.
Right. YouTube teaches you a lot of stuff.
You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's like, just being honest with you, like, once I got him involved, it was a thing to where I couldn't let go. And not just that, like I said, my dad gave me the car, so I wanted to do something special with it. So, yeah, I do have a car on the way. Will I race it? I don't know. Will I race it or not? I'm going to tell you, though, if I'm going to build, I ain't trying to be shy about it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Whether I build my car to drive around or not, you know what I'm saying? I got enough know-how to build my car to be able to drive around and still running. And if I don't do that, I keep a G with you 110% because I'm raw with mine. If I don't build it to drive around, you can best believe that I will tell you, what, give me one day, let me swap my motor out and we can do it. See, I ain't gonna come to play no games if I pull up to the table. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't have time for a lot of the cartooning that go on. Like, we just gonna get straight to it. You know, you bring your bag, I bring my bag, we can do it. I don't want to talk when it's time to me to step into the game if I decide to do that. But for the most part right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm just really trying to be the family man to just kind of build this car with my son. I ain't gonna lie, it's already underway. It's already underway. So not letting the cat out the bag, yes, it's already under the way. 81 box Chevy 4-door, 6.0 liter. Turbo already bought. It's on the way. It's on the way. You know what I'm saying? Move in silence. But right now, you know, just for the fans and you know what I'm saying? For the love, like, yeah. And just another thing, I'm going to keep it short. For everybody out there that you know what I'm saying? Because we get online and people talk money all the time. Sometimes it don't take you having a whole lot of money to do what it is that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because my mama and my grandma always told me respect will take you someplace that money won't. And I'm just blessed with know-how. I didn't ask God for what he instilled inside me, but I'm going to wake up and every day I say my prayers, I just ask him to use me as a vessel. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? That's how I drive myself. I've been through a lot of things in my past. I've been through a lot of things in my past recently. You know what I'm saying? And had to pull myself back up. Not just me pulling myself up. I had some close friends that actually reached out to me and told me, man, you gotta get right, man. You gotta get right. But, you know, I started waking up on a positive note, man, and just getting back to doing the video and editing and chilling with the family. And you know what I'm saying? One thing ain't gonna happen. When people say they gonna kill time, they lying to you when they say that, because time don't never stop.
Right. Well, I try to tell people all the time, the power of positive thinking and speaking things into existence can take you a long way.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Someone asked, how long have you been painting?
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't know who asked that question. I saw that question on the bottom. I don't know if that was a question trying to be humorous or what, because of some things that was out there in the past. But for me to tell you the truth, I have only painted my car. If you want to see my car, my car is right. So as far as painting, you know, doing body work, I can bust body work down. Spray with a gun, I sprayed my car, and that's the only car I have ever sprayed.
Right. So. All right. So what is a fun fact that your fans or followers would be surprised to know about you?
Oh man, a fun fact. I don't really know, man, because you know.
Well, let me give you an example. CEO Larry told us he flies planes. Jay Malcolm told us he plays the trumpet, I think. We would have never known that. Something that we would never know if you didn't tell us.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, and there ain't no need to ask me to do it, but I love music. You feel what I'm saying? I love music, so I make music. You know what I'm saying? As a artist, I still do make music. You can go inside my IGTV and listen to some of the latest music I made. As far as I got this one song when I was going through something that I got called "Praying Out Loud." So if you want to hear some rap music, you know, you can go to my IGTV, listen to that. On top of making music, I do sing. You know,
that's what I was just gonna ask. You sing?
So yeah. I sing. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie to you, like. At this point in time, you know, some things you just have to save for very, very special people. And I had that very special person that I just saved that for, you know what I'm saying, for a very special time. So, you know, with me sharing that fun fact on your live the other day, that was me cutting up, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, you know, one day I might put a post up with me and, you know what I'm saying, my better half inside the video with me and
right.
You know what I'm saying, show y'all what's up. But until then, you know, so that's something that they wouldn't know about me. I don't think I don't know if they know that I build motors. I build my own computers.
Oh wow! So you're just handy, like you're just a jack.
No. See, nah. See, I could get you on that one, KP. You see, I'm just handy. It's a difference between being handy and being blessed. See,
yes, sir.
I'm blessed. So
yes, sir.
Check the hashtag. The hashtag says Mr. Everything. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I got you.
If you want a haircut, I will cut your hair. If you need a motor built, I will build you a motor. You feel what I'm saying? Like, all I need to do is see it one time. If I see it one time, I got it. I got it. I'm trying to tell you, man, like, that's just part of me. Don't let them fool you now.
Gotcha. So, switching gears to big rim racing. What is your favorite track to attend events at?
Ooh. Can I only pick one, or can I pick?
You can have a couple. I'll give you a couple.
Okay, I give me a couple. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna pick home first, so I'm gonna pick Darlington first. You know that.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick Darlington. Darlington and Fayetteville will actually run in one, so those two will be neck and neck. Okay. With the other one being said, I cannot lie to you. The energy that you get when you hit Palm Beach.
I knew it was gonna be Florida.
Is amazing. It's amazing. I ain't gonna lie, because I like high energy. You see what I'm saying? Like, I like to be around stuff to where I know people can actually be themselves and put on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the type of person, I don't back down for nothing. So, you know, I know a lot of people probably see a little bit of what goes on my page or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, past tense stuff from years, me skydiving with my brothers and stuff, me owning a snake, pit bull, all that types. I live life on the edge, so I don't really have any fears. I feel like I did a lot of things to actually break a lot of my fears. So once I break all of my fears, it was hard because I started running off of pain. But that's let me put that one more track in there for you. I forgot the name of the track, but it's a track up in Tennessee. And every time we go to the track, I forgot the name of it. We always have an amazing show up there because, you know, we always get to see all of the cars run. And, you know, it's just constant racing, you know, with that being said. But, yeah, Darlington and Fayetteville, I put them in the same cup to say home. So, but Palm Beach, if I can't pick my home, then I'm going to say Palm Beach got the highest energy out of all to me.
I knew it was gonna be Florida.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be. I'm a Florida girl. I knew it was gonna be Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So do you have a favorite type of show to shoot? So would you rather shoot a car show or a race or?
I don't really have a favorite type because if you watch my videos, I would get a little bit of the car shows. With, you know what I'm saying, with the cars that's just out there for more of look. And I still add that into what I got going on with the high energy. So I'm going to give you best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm when it comes to me, I'm no different from any other cameraman. I'm no better than any other cameraman. Everybody just has their own little way that they like to work. You know what I'm saying? Right. So with me, like I like to keep you in the mix of everything. Like you could be seeing a car one minute, and then the minute I'm sitting there showing you the interior of a car, you liable to see somebody on the screen just all out fussing, and you like, man. So then, you know, after the fussing, all you're going to hear is the screeching of the tires and up close, because I like to get real close to the car. So you're going to see the smoke and the slow motion with the tires burning out, all that type stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't really have a favorite. I just like to keep the camera in my hand, man, and do what I do, make magic.
What do you think? This is a two-part question. Mm-hmm. What do you think is helping big rim racing, and what do you think is hurting big rim racing?
I think what's helping big rim racing is a lot of if we can keep new cars coming in, and new cars bring new character. And with that being said, sometimes you could have the same people doing the same thing and they can build other cars. That's still cool. I don't knock that, no nothing. But anytime you could bring a new character in that has, like you asked me, do you plan to build a car? Can you imagine me being out there? Like if I told you I ain't come out there to talk junk, like, okay, like I'm just out there, mouth closed. You know what I'm saying? Money in hand. Either you gonna run or you ain't. So I'm that guy where I'm gonna pull up and either it's just straight to the point. So, you know, the best way to embarrass somebody is to be quiet and just let them talk to themselves. You know, but I don't know.
So what do you think is hurting big rim racing?
What I think is hurting it? What I think has hurt it, I'm going to go back to past tense since we hadn't really jumped anything off yet because there's room for change. What I think that has hurt it is speaking on behalf of character and all that other stuff. When it comes to certain things, I don't think that certain things should be broadcast over the internet. Like if me and you plan the race, nobody should know what me and you racing for. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm saying that is because you doing it for the good, but for every good there's a bad. So whereas me and you might show up to race, if I'm telling you I'm showing up to race you for 50 grand, then you know you might not have nothing to do with my downfall when I get there. But if something happened to me when I get there because I say I'm racing you for 50 grand, then what?
Right.
You feel what I'm
You're
saying?
right.
We don't take that into precaution when we start talking about the money. It's already dangerous enough that we take these expensive motors and beautiful cars out there to the track like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In that type of atmosphere. So why would you actually mix money into the equation? You know what I'm saying? On trying to be all flashy and everything, and letting the person know that, hey, I got this on me now. That's one of the problems. And also, personal lifestyle, man. Personal lifestyle, like whatever somebody does on their off time, man, is what they do on their off time. I'm not fitting to get into nobody's household or joke with nobody about what they do on their off time, or no family or whatever they got going on in their life. That's just me, and I would want the same type of respect. And honestly, like with growing, in the camera game, or just growing on social media, period, I'm gonna tell you, to be honest with you, KP, like I noticed a lot of it, and I noticed it before, but now it's getting even worse since them numbers start to climb. Like, I don't want to be famous. I just want to be me and give people content and stuff. But I noticed a lot of the trolling going on, you know, the fake pages, and that right there, to me, is the worst. Because when you got grown men and grown women out here making fake pages just to say something to somebody, like, you just scary. And I'm keeping it G. I'm keeping it G. You just scary. You scary. And see, this is the thing, because now this is how it is. If I say something to you and you know who I am as a rich everything, when I pull up on you, or if I'm around you, I don't know who you are that's trolling or hating on me. So when I pull up to the track and you in your feelings about something, of course you gonna gain a win on me. That's why we lose so many good people in life. And a lot of people don't see that, because they so quick to respond back to the hating or the trolling on the internet, and don't know who these people are. 9 times out of 10, when somebody trolling you with something like that, or just all on top of you, man, you got to start to like really check your surroundings, cause especially when they know more than what you think they know, and it's like, what? I don't know what you do on a daily, but if I could tell you what you ate, or I could tell you your work hours, or whatever the case may be, you really like need to check what you got going on around you, because I'll put it like this: it's a lot of evil out here in this world, and envy is a mug, man. We losing a lot of good people just over envy by itself, and it's sad because you see it over money just as well as you see it over somebody just gaining a name. And that's why I tell you, like, you know, if anybody out there got anything against me on some grown man stuff, and I don't feel like I should have anybody out there that got anything against me, because I don't feel like I got any enemies. You know, I always try to make people smile. I always try to stay positive. You know what I'm saying? Then confront me on your real page. Don't do that fake page stuff. I'm not fitting to respond back to the trolling, all this other stuff on some grown man stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm real about mine. So if we can't do it in real life, then you have to understand you quick to get on here and we quick to call somebody fake. But if you're doing it behind a fake page, where are you? Because everything starts with you as an individual. So come from behind these fake pages, man, and, you know, stop with the hate. We're losing too many good people behind a lot of this, man. And I really feel like, and this is going to go with the question that you asked me about the pros and cons on the racing. We need to do more working together. We need to do a whole lot more working together. I don't care if y'all have to make a thing to where it's East versus West, you know, which I can say that, but, you know, I can say it, try to talk it into existence, but I'm only one person. You feel what I'm saying? I see a lot going on right now. I see the big rim racing going on, and I keep it G. Like, shout out to CO Larry, shout out to Boost Doctor, Grand Nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just raw with mine. I'm uncut. Like, them boys reached out to me at a down moment, man, and they actually offered me a position to get behind the camera, professional cameras and stuff. Where I would just be walking around with basically, you know, a little MacBook and airing this thing out live. But, you know, me with the situation that I was in and being loyal, I just kind of kept it 100 with what I know, and that was you know, even though I was going through something, I still kept everything here at home. You feel what I'm saying? And I took my losses. So, you know, every position ain't for you. And sometimes when God separates you from everything else and puts you in a corner by yourself, it's because he knows you need to be there.
I agree. How do you balance work and what you do, you know, being a photographer, videographer, you know, all your other endeavors with your personal life?
Oh man. You'd be surprised, man, because I don't care. Like, it's funny. I see my kids, my little lady get on me when we travel sometime. You know, the camera going. The camera goes to the car before the clothes go. So I get dragged about that. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I really, the fame and all, because I know, you know, I heard some you say, she said, which I don't follow up. Somebody was like, oh, man, Rich, everything want to be famous. No, I don't want to be famous because I don't like being at the table sitting down and somebody walking up to me while I'm trying to have dinner with my family and saying, yo, you Rich Everything, or being in the mall or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool, but I don't know. It's really like just not for me. You know what I'm saying? I know it comes with everything that I do, but it's just not for me. So they can keep the fame. Just let me do what I do. As long as my bills and stuff get paid, I'm good. How do I actually get everything in? I ain't even gonna lie, KP. For the last couple of years, for the last 7 years, it's been real hard because I missed birthdays. I've missed anniversaries. Oh my God. And, you know, this is the stuff people don't tell you. Like, you know, I've gotten, I ain't even gonna say scorn, but I've had to have conversations with my loved ones and break down to them what I do and why I do it. And you know, it came a point where they understood what was going on because home was still being taken care of. But at one point in life, like, you're gonna realize that, you know, sometimes you giving more than you get. And one thing you can't get back is time. You know, time lost can't be made up. Like, my boy, 12 years old. I got one that's out of school in college. My daughter, 16. Or my princess, 16. You know what I'm saying? My little lady, we've been together for 22 years. You know, just me being honest with you. Some things you just can't get back. And then you have to ask yourself, is it really worth it? You feel what I'm saying? So I've had people come to me and say, man, I wish I was in your, you know what I'm saying, your shoes. I wish I was doing it. No, don't. You
don't know what I had to go through.
Yeah, man, like you can't, and that's saying you can't walk a mile in my shoes. Everybody and anybody can say that. Everybody and anybody can say that. You can't look at one man's worries or sorrows no different than you look at yours. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a very outspoken person. If it's coming up, it's coming out. And the reason being is because, you know what I'm saying, I lost a lot of loved ones that it was last minute. I would always put stuff off and I'd be like, oh, I go by and see him. But my granddad, when I lost him, it was only about minutes that I could have said my last words to him. And, you know, with my sister, I lost her. Me and her sat down and had a conversation 3 hours long. And her last words was me, you know, I love you, bro. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, those moments, when you get those moments, it's like you put a post up and you say, give people their flowers while they're here.
Right.
Hey, man, that's true, man. Like, because we had homeboys that would be on the road with us. And I tell you no lie, KP, we had homeboys that would be on the road with us and would actually drive and take turns with us on this road, dog. And KP, these homeboys, man, would actually get us home every time. I don't care, man. And I say it on the internet. I don't care if we stop when we get close to home, man, and grab a beer or what, just whatever they do. It never failed. Got us home. But when you wake up and you get that phone call and they tell you, well, such and such gone. You be like, huh? Yeah, car accident. You have to tell yourself, like, hold on, man. This guy done brought us home from Florida. This guy done brought us home from Tennessee, New York. You know what I'm saying? Us rotating and keeping each other up in the van, like, that's the stuff that wreck your brain. Like, it plays a if you can't relate to that right now, then you just heartless. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. R.I.P. Black, man. R.I.P. My boy Monte. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, just before my boy Monte passed, man, I gave him the nickname the Transporter, man, because this dude, I don't know how he would do it, but between me, him, CC, you know what I'm saying? My boy Big Jimmy, man, we pushed these vehicles left and right, and we would make it back home every time. And, you know, it's sad that when I say this, it's true. Sometimes you're going to lose the win. And it's crazy because the day was my day to have an interview, but I had a dream last night. And in this dream was my homeboys. And in the dream, like, they was just watching over me. So when I woke up this morning, man, I woke up kind of like lost, but at the same time in a good spirit, because when I figured it out after doing my running around throughout the day, I was like, okay, I know what it means. You feel what I'm saying? I got people watching over me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, nobody knows when their time coming. You know what I'm saying? All I can tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, that follow me is, if you got family and friends, man, and y'all got something going on, y'all disagreeing on something, man, get it right, man. Get it right.
Right. Well, so listen, we have only about 3 more minutes, and I really want to give you the opportunity to tell us where you see your brand in the next 5 years, and then whatever else you want to say. But we only have very few minutes. I can go out and come back in to give you a little bit more time if you want to do that.
Well, KP, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Go out and come back in a little bit more time, because I want to reach the people, man. I want to reach the people.
Yes, I got you. I'll go out and come back in, guys. I'll go out and close this one out and give him a little bit more time so you can speak on that, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you.